Good morning.
Good
afternoon.
morning. The sunshine
It's
is here.
here. Good morning.
Good morning
to you and you and you and you.
And we are pointing at our camera because we
Mhm.
are also recording this podcast. And it's not even morning here, but we are in the land of the rising sun.
Oh, so it's always morning.
It's always morning here. We are in Japan. It's me, Steve.
And it's me, Kass.
And together we are
Kass
Steve
and
Cass.
Steve.
We're gonna
And
change
you have
it.
turned into the
Steve
the
and
fun
Cass.
road. You have tuned into
The fun road. Oh,
the
the
fun
fun
road.
road. I mean,
And we're doing it so pretty today.
Yeah,
We're nailing it.
we're nailing it. Actually,
You're nailing it.
We're nailing it.
So also, this is the podcast that's going to take small behavior changes that make a huge impact in your life for good.
Yeah, so today we actually have two fantastic things. First of all, we are going to talk about the art of progress. We're taking a snapshot. The art of progress, which leads us into the progress that we made the last couple of months, which
Yep.
is a big surprise that we were planning on to tell all the people, which is exactly what we're
That's
going
exactly
to do.
what we're doing right now.
So it's a very short episode, but it's a very exciting one. First of all, the art of progress. A lot of people get blinded by the end goal, the Mount Everest.
Not getting ahead fast enough, not meeting
Exactly.
their goals. And really what that does is it gets your mindset only on the problems
Yeah,
rather than truly looking at solutions.
yeah.
And there's a recent Harvard study that talks about how the most efficient thing that you can do to
Yeah,
get toward your goal.
they looked actually at successful people, and they looked what is very similar to these people,
Yes.
and it was that they only take one step forward every single day,
Yeah.
and that's fantastic.
Which is kind of hard because when I wake up, I'm like, okay, I've got these things I need to do.
Yeah, but the small things that you do in life don't count. It's
Yeah, exactly.
really something to get to that goal. It has to be, okay, today the only thing I'm going to do is wash the dishes. That's not really a goal. It has to be a step forward towards a bigger goal.
A bigger change in your life.
Yeah.
Something that maybe you're fighting progress on because it just seems like such a mountain to climb. But they say if you could pick one thing in the morning, or one thing that you want to focus on, and pick one thing that you can do to make that problem or that hurdle or that issue shrink.
Yeah.
What would be the thing that you can do to make progress?
Yeah.
And we're not talking about perfection because done is better than perfect.
Yeah, and it has to be something that you're not doing every single day. So
Yeah,
it's not a daily task. It has to be something that, for example, I'm always going back to that Mount Everest thing. But if you would have to do a step closer to coming to the top, it's literally taking that step forward or making it to that first camp. It's not about preparing in the next day. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to prepare again. You're not going to get anywhere if you prepare. You got to prepare and then take the next step forward and then take the next step forward. So this is something that I think that we're actually quite good at.
Yeah, and I think that when we look at the difference of active and passive action, which is what we talk about in our live events and in our online trainings, when you're looking at passive action, you're looking at something that takes up a lot of time, but you're not actually taking any steps forward.
No.
So when we think about making progress, it has to be that active action where you are doing something that is really pushing yourself and stretching yourself toward getting closer to your goal.
Yeah, and it can only be one good thing, but it has to be a good thing, and you have to complete it, and that will take that step forward. And so are we going to talk about the news?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So the exciting news is that everybody's talking about our live event, and we're traveling the world, but a lot of people say, you know what, I would love to go to that live event, but it's not in my area, or the timing doesn't match, or that day didn't work out. So today,
drum roll, please.
Drum rolls, we have the Fun Road training coming Online. That is
So,
right. Woo!
We recently talked in our previous episode about how we partnered up with a new team, and these guys are so freaking amazing and talented, and they really helped us. It's like we had a lot of depth to our content, but they really helped us like fatten it out.
Oh yeah.
It's nice, deep and wide.
Yeah.
And we have all new material that we have
it's fantastic.
worked on and filmed.
Yeah. The cool thing is that we have that whole concept, the fun road, and it's a fantastic training. But that company said, you know what, your recipe is fantastic. Let's make it even better. And that's what they did. They put some extra herbs on it. They spiced it up a little bit. And now it is fantastic. So we were in Salt Lake City and we filmed the training. Yeah. So the whole day training is now divided in 6 different parts.
With a whole lot more content and tools, and really a very good step-by-step to get you making progress. Like when we talk about the power of progress, this is exactly what every single person can use to make progress and have accountability.
Yeah. So here is the fantastic good news. Get ready. Hold on. Sit down. Stop driving. We will put it online for free.
That's right. We have a free 5-day
challenge.
It's like a 5-day confidence challenge. And every day there's a task. Every day there is something that you do physically, because we know so well that the body and the mind are just constantly connecting and firing messages. So you have to be aware of what your supercomputer, your brain, what messages it is firing. Yep.
Yeah, and it's absolutely fantastic. We're thrilled because the people we've been working with are absolutely professionals, the best in the world. So we thought that we're doing good, but once we met them, we thought, oh,
this is a difference. We're not on like an old steam engine. We're on a speed train now.
That was the Olympics of training. So,
yeah. And we really had to push ourselves and stretch ourselves and expand what we were already working on. And so it's been great for us, because we're firm believers in practicing what we preach, and if you're not stretching yourself and making yourself uncomfortable, you're not getting the most out of life. There's just period. That's all there is to it.
And I mean, should we talk a little bit about how the filming went? And at first we met with the boss of the company.
Yep.
We were sitting down and we talked to him and we said, look, we got this training, fantastic training, and she's Kass and I'm Steve, and together we're Kass and Steve. So after a half an hour talking, he just looked at us and he said, oh yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah.
He said, you guys are fantastic, the dynamic, and just the ball started rolling and we started talking, developing the training even better. Then we walked up, we went to the studio there and we started filming everything. So it's not just an online training with papers that you download or something. It's literally Kass and me sitting down talking about the 5-day challenge. It's 5 different parts. So we filmed that. We did a bit of social media.
I'm trying to think of when we first met with him. Was it like August or something when you were in town? And then we're like, okay, so when's the next time that you're going to be in town?
I think it was before.
We had to book.
We
were there for like convention or something. We were there in July.
No. It was There was the one before convention. Yeah.
Before.
It was like in April or something.
So then we said, okay, what do we need to do to get everything in motion, and started working with them. And so now we not only have just us and Brian, we have a team. It's
like a team of 10 people now working together and making this training and the Fun Road Company just better and better.
And Sadie too. Sadie does all of the podcast notes. I don't know if you guys look for the show notes, but it's really good to not only listen to something or see something, you can watch it on YouTube, but also reading it gets these little small tips and tricks that you can do in your life kind of more ingrained in your mind, so that your brain is actually looking for ways to be efficient in this new mindset that you have. And so anyway, I want to give a shout out to Sadie.
No, but that's good because a lot of people don't know about the show notes. So you can see it on every episode. You can download the show notes and just see what it's about. And
like
what we talk about is just a summary. We talk about that. So we want you to think about what would be a goal that you look at for the end of the month, and what would be the one thing that you can do every single day. Just think of one thing. It's like me going to the gym. I always say, you know what? Don't think of the whole workout. Just go. And then after that, I do another step and another step. And of course, it's an example within 1 hour. But I want you to think about what can I do today. That's good lighting for us.
It is, right?
Yeah. I like it.
We look tan and we look like we have white teeth.
Yeah. I mean,
get up close, it's a whole different story.
Do not zoom in. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for listening.
Goodbye now.
We hope you enjoyed the big news, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, that's right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.